Hello everyone, welcome to Literature Insights. I hope you all are doing well. So, I am beginning with the first part of our vocabulary series, and I don't know how many more parts are going to be there since the list of words to be learned is endless, it's infinite. So, you are going to have a long list now, and I'd insist if you sit with a pen and a paper and note these words down because these words are really going to be helpful in your exams as well as in your day-to-day life. And just do not just note them down, also try to incorporate them in your everyday life, because when you do that now, when you incorporate these words in your day-to-day life, you remember them effectively, and it will also help you with your fluency in English, right? So do that. And in this particular video we will learn about a word, we will learn about its synonyms, that is the similar word to the word, and also we will learn about the antonyms, because when we learn things in opposites, it becomes easier to remember them, right? So let's get started. So the first word in our list is abate. Abate means to decrease in force or intensity, right? It means to decrease or become less strong, right? So its synonym would be subside, lessen, diminish, right? A thing is decreasing in its intensity, it is diminishing. This is what abate means, and its opposite would be aggravate, intensify. Now when one thing is decreasing, its opposite would be increasing, right? So the better word would be aggravate and intensify. The next word in our list is adhere. It means to stick or to be attached firmly to a surface, right? It means to stick. For instance, we are, adhering by to the rules, right? We are following the rules. So the better word would be adhere, and its synonym would be comply and obey, that we are following the rules, like that, right? And its antonym would be disregard. In one way or in one thing, we are, following a thing, we are obeying a thing, we are adhering to a thing, right? But its opposite would be we are disregarding a thing, like that, okay? Next word in our list is abolish. Abolish means to put an end to an activity or custom, or to get rid of something, to put a stop to something, right? Its synonym would be annihilate and eradicate. Annihilate also means destruction, or putting a stop to something, and eradicating also means to put a stop to something, to end something. And the antonym would be establishing, creating, because one thing you are abolishing and the other is you are creating, right? So learn these words in opposites, because this way you will remember them easily. Next word in our list is acumen. Acumen means the ability to make good judgments and take quick decisions, which means you are astute, you are aware, you are shrewd and sharp. The synonym would be sharp-wittedness and astuteness, and the antonym would be ignorance and stupidity. For instance, at one hand you are astute, you are sharp, you are clever, and at the other hand you are stupid, you are ignorant, right? Moving on to the next word of the day. The next word is abash. Abash means, to make somebody feel embarrassed or ashamed of something. For example, you can say, if anything was officially done or said to him, it did not abash him, right? उससे उसको उसकी इतनी insult हुई, but उसको कुछ फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ा, right? So the synonym would be embarrassed and mortified, and on the other hand the antonym would be undisturbed and unperturbed. एक साइड वो एम्बेरस हो गया, बट दूसरी साइड पे उसको फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ा, ही वॉज अनडिस्टर्ब्ड, राइट? मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वर्ड, वी हैव absolve. Absolve means to declare someone free from guilt or punishment. The synonym would be exonerate and acquit, right? And on the other hand, the antonym would be accuse and blame. On one hand, you are acquitting somebody of murder, you are releasing him of punishment, but on the other hand, you are blaming him, right? Moving on to the next word. The next word is abjure. Abjure means to formally reject or disavow a formerly held belief, or in simple terms, we can say that you used to believe in something but now you are rejecting the belief, right? The synonym would be renounce and relinquish. And the opposite of it would be uphold or approve. On one hand, you are, renouncing something, and on the other hand, you are approving of it, right? Moving on to the next word, we have abject. The word abject means something absolutely miserable, the most unfortunate with utter humiliation, something which is, very worst or hopeless. The synonym of abject would be despicable and ignoble, right? And its antonym would be praiseworthy and commendable, right? On one hand, you are liking something, and on the other, you are disliking it, right? So, on one hand, you are praising something, and on the other hand, you are hating it, right? Next word in our list is abound. The word abound means to exist in large numbers or amounts, right? Something is, in plenty, something is found in plenty. The synonym would be bountiful and abundant, and the antonym would be deficient and scanty. Okay? The last word for the day is acrimony. Acrimony is bitter and angry words or quarrels, right? For instance, the council's first meeting ended in acrimony. This means the feeling of resentment or bitterness, and its opposite would be something cordial and harmonious. So that's the end of our part 1 vocabulary series. I'll come up with more words. So stay tuned till then, and thank you very much for watching.